Who exactly did Fury lose to? Drop down the loser bracket again?
Yeah, I know. So I got lucky. I got lucky that game, right?
There you go. No, that was a heck of a match, dude. But you're absolutely right. This is do or die for both of these runners. Jam has been able to keep on that pressure the whole time, but this is Fury's first ever shot at it. So
yeah, Jam had to come through a gauntlet of a bunch of Ice Blue, RC Drone, Breasticle. I mean, everybody, BT. It's been unreal for Jam to have to go through that, and he has just been knocking them off left and right. Now he's got Fury in front of him. Fury is no slouch. This is going to be one heck of a.
Indeed, and we are off and running, and we find Blue Dark Nuts on the overworld. So if you've been watching the Pentaforce tournament but haven't seen the Elite 8 flags yet, first of all, oh my gosh, you've missed a whole lot. Secondly, these are really... For one, it's no longer the Pentaforce tournament, as we find bombs are 26 rupees. It's random Triforces, which means it could be 0, it could be 8. We don't know, and we won't know until we find level 9. We also no longer need the book to understand the old man. He's now just really deceptive. 50-50 shot that his hints are a lie. And we find the level immediately.
You see level on Fury's side, and one of the hidden things about these flags is that you don't know where you are. It's mixed quest, which means 1 through 6 is going to be either first or second quest. It's going to be, flip-flop. 7, 8, and 9 is going to be the other. But initially, because you don't know what level it is, you kind of got to decipher what level you're in so you know what set is going on. And we do see a sword on Jam's side. What a great pickup early.
That's a very nice sword this quick.
Yeah, I don't expect that to take long for Fury to find that as well. As long as he's not diving through dungeons, that's a pretty easy sword to get, which is exactly what you want with these. But yeah, you're exactly right. When you have a random Triforce 9 like this, one of the biggest priorities for you is going to be finding 9, so you know how many Triforces is going to require to get you.
Absolutely. Although you may take a little bit of time to explore levels when you get there. It really just depends on what each runner wants to do, quite honestly. Fury without the sword is probably going to do like a lot less just quick in and out, so to speak, but Jam may go in further.
Yeah, definitely. Once you got a sword, I mean, you want to start, kind of going through. You don't know how many Triforces, but again, you don't want to, leave places early unless the combat forces you out. You want to see if you can pick up a couple easy items, maybe a Triforce or 2. Most likely, it's not going to be an open 9, so you're going to need 1 or 2 anyway, so you're not going to see Jam leave something unless he's really...
Indeed, and I did not see... I missed how many rupees Jam had before he went in that door repair, but the door repair did not seem to be that... 16, Chad, tell me. Thank you, Chad. So, 16 on the door repair, not bad, as Jam picks up bombs found from a nice blue Octorok who just had them in his pocket or something.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Doing some work here on the overworld. A good knowledge of the game. There's the bomb drops seem random, but if you know kind of the global counters and how they work, you can manipulate those to be able to pick up a pack like Jam did. So now he's got bombs to do the northeast, so he's going to do quite a bit of work up here. He finds another level too.
So Fury's got just found a large secret. It's 134 rupees.
Yeah, that's insane. They can go anywhere between 50 and 150, and they roll definitely very high on that.
And there's 3 of them in this world.
The mixed quest overworld actually gives you first quest money, so you're going to get 3 of those during this seed. So money will not be
not at all. So Jam has found himself a level, as Fury's actually found himself all of the take any roads. Jam, is that 2? Yeah, I don't know. Might be.
It's almost got the shape of 8 up there with the cross, up at the very top of first quest 8.
Yeah, that's true.
It could also be I don't know. It looks like 8 to me.
Yeah, definitely not 2. Oh, our white sword editor is the one. He can't grab it though.
That is an awesome find for Fury. When you're digging for a sword and you find that wand up there, now he's going to be looking for hearts like crazy to try to get that. That's a great secondary weapon for Fury to find. If he happens to get a heart or 2 up here, this can be.
Absolutely. Jam with a nice reverse block clip going in and finding the ladder.
Yeah, holy cow, that's another great find. On both sides, we're finding things fast and furious right now. We're a few minutes in. We found... There's a heart right now for Fury. I just talked about that. He's going to go ahead and pick it up before he picks up the candle, which is usually a little weird, OPT. But because he saw that wand, that's a fantastic decision, because if he can pick this up at 5, he can now get in dungeons and not have to worry about that sword.
Absolutely, and we've got plenty of money to buy a candle whenever he finds it, so he doesn't need to pick up the free one. Jam has found another staircase in what we think is first quest level 8. However, it's guarded by a whole bunch of blue wizard robes. Oh! The white sword item is 6 hearts required!
Yeah, that's a bummer, because now that hurts Fury's exploration, because he's getting ready to go through the forest down here. If he goes south here, he's not going to have a candle to burn these bushes. So hopefully he can either find another one or find his sword here pretty quick, if it takes him over that way. But
oh my god!
Oh, what's he do now? He takes another...
I mean, I think you've committed to this at this point, so yeah, he's got that wand now, 100%.
Yeah, he's guaranteed it now, so this going back and forth takes a little time, but now he's got 6 hearts, he's got a wand. He is ready. He's loaded, ready for this this combat, no matter which dungeon he finds. Except for the one Jam's in, because he's in some Wizrobe heck.
Yeah, Jam trying to do the very sneaky run around block clip. Got sniped by a blue Wizrobe, unfortunately.
Fury taking some furious swings there with that wand. A little upset that he couldn't get it at 4 or 5 before that.
Indeed, but thankfully for him, he just found those 2 heart containers that quickly. All right, where is he going now? Oh, okay. He wanted his first kill to be one of these orange dark nuts because they can drop bomb. Jam finding the white sword.
Check out Jam. What a level there for Jam.
Okay, so this is definitely level 8 because there's 2 items. Well, actually, I say definitely. Yeah, definitely level 8 because there's 2 items.
Yeah, it's either 8 or 4, and I have to take a look at it for second quest 4. Because there's going to be 2 items in 4 as well. I have to look at the shape, but I think we're in 8.
I think second quest 4 would have the second item on the floor, though, right?
Nope, they're both underground.
They're both underground, okay. So it's not like one, got it, okay.
Yeah, so hopefully Fury finds this level 8 soon, because even though there's nothing required that Jam just got out of that, we don't think yet the ladder might be required, it might not. Those 2 items right there are just going to help his exploration and his combat so much. It's going to have a huge advantage until Fury finds it.
Absolutely. And with that ladder, I mean, we don't know what the coast item is. I have a feeling Jam may run over there pretty quickly.
Yeah, you see, some people would dive out of here once they've got the 2 items, and if they haven't, found the compass, or if they see, okay, I'm in Wizrobes and it's going to be a little difficult, some people might take off. Jam's going to go ahead and dig it, and he's going to be rewarded with the Triforce. That was a great clear of that room.
Yes, it was. What a job done there. Jam picking up Triforce out of level. Grabbing his first one. We don't know if it was required or not, but...
Yeah, that was picture perfect of understanding Wizrobe movement in that room. He was able to kind of manipulate where he wanted to stand and use those bombs for great combat. That was just very well done by Jam.
Yep, absolutely. And Jam's going to come up... oh, God! Well, he got hit there, but... He's going to be coming up on his wand a little... pretty quickly here. Unfortunately, I don't think he's going to be able to grab it anytime soon. I don't remember where Fury got that other heart from.
I think somebody said it was the Armos item that Fury grabbed, so he's going to be able to... Jam's going to get his candle. He doesn't know that the wand is the Armos item, or the white sword item to his east. It's going to take him a little bit to come back and get this, because we know it's 6, but... and he's going to check it at 4 as soon as he gets the one over in the northeast as well.
Oh, absolutely. At the same time, because he's got the white sword, it's less important for him, but the wand is still a pretty good item. Actually, a really good item, so...
The wand is just great, because if we're dealing with second quest red bubbles, the wand is going to get you through some rooms and some levels until you get to that Triforce. So
absolutely,
because we're in the enemy set that we're in, the wand is even valued more than it was in the other.
Yep, absolutely. Jam's going to go ahead and just take a loop around the world and the take any roads.
Man, this white sword is such a tough... Oh, he went ahead and... That was a great thing for Fury to come around. Oh, it's the transport, my fault.
Of course it is. I mean, why wouldn't it be?
Exactly, right? You make a sweet kill like that, and it leads you to a Gleeok with no other way out.
Game, that is not nice, let me tell you. Alright, so from this level 8, that does mean we do know that 7, 8, and 9 are all going to be from first quest. Still don't know what the other ones are going to be from.
They'll be from second, so it's going to flip-flop.
It'll be from second, okay. I didn't know if they could both be from one or if they always slip.
So Jam is in another level here. Let's see if we can try to decipher where he is.
Oh, that's a lot of Wizards. At least they're the orange variety. As Fury unfortunately takes a death.
Yeah, this is a tough dungeon to come through. Even, Green Tunic, 3 to 6 hearts, whatever you're at. Just Green Tunic with these Wizrobes flying around and 4-headed Gleeoks that we just saw and those types of things. It's very tough early on. Jam was very impressive. He made it look a lot easier than it really was, and we're seeing on FurySK.
Right. I don't know what level that is. That Jam's on.
Is this the first staircase or second?
I think he's just going backwards. Because he came in there and then didn't have a key.
Yeah, this is interesting. This being in the middle here, it could be like a 4, it could be 5. You could be going down like the left spine of 6. Fury does have that compass now, so he's going to know where the Triforce is. Unfortunately, he's going to go in there and realize that it's a bunch of Wizrobes he doesn't want to face.
Right.
He's going to grab this and verify that it's 8, so he's going to know there's another item in here. But unfortunately, without a sword, this is just going to be a little too difficult for Fury to...
Absolutely. And he is going to go ahead and leave.
Yeah, I don't blame him without a sword. You go into, you know where 8 is, now you can go back to it. He really needs to prioritize finding this thing now because he's going to start getting behind if he keeps going through Wizrobe dungeons like this. The one is good, but it can't do anything about those Wizrobes.
No, yeah, it's unfortunate because, as we know, the white sword is in level 8.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, ultimately, if he never gets back there, let's say he finds bow and silvers, he's not going to need that item.
Right.
But... like you said, if you were able to pick that up this first time through, he never has to find the Wood Sword Cave. He's good.
Indeed. Jam, finding the raft in whichever dungeon this is, because I still don't know. Is that, Oh, I know that one. Is it 3? 4.
It looked like 2, actually.
2? Okay. Yeah, you're right, 2. Okay.
Oh, are there 2 holes on the right? Yeah, Saber called it out. So this is second quest 4 then.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah, 4 has the D, which those 2 rooms are, actual rooms. But there's 2, just like level 7 first quest, and level 4 in first quest has those holes. You can distinguish second quest 4 by there's 2 holes vertically on like the 3rd column, right in the middle, that are blank on the map.
Gotcha, okay.
So here we go, pick up that red ring. Was the red ring on the coast?
Must have been.
Yeah, Fury went and used that ladder immediately, went over and got that red ring, so that's going to help out quite a bit for Fury. Let's see if he's able to kind of use that in some of the more difficult combat dungeons to parlay that into maybe a quicker Triforce or 2.
Oh, Jam puts a bomb down, but as it turns out he just walked through the wall.
I do that all the time. You place that bomb and you start walking through and you're like, son of a gun. And gets sniped by a Wizrobe here, unfortunately.
Indeed he did. That red ring is going to give Fury an advantage if he can find a sword sooner rather than later.
He's going to bounce. He went ahead. He got 1 item out of there. We still haven't seen bow or silvers or anything like that, but he's just going to go ahead and bounce and see what else he can find right now. I don't blame him. That was pretty difficult. And that confirms that was the heart as the armor.
Indeed. So we've got all of our overworld items already figured out.
Yeah, we know quite a bit about the seed. We don't have, either of the big 2, the bow or silvers, but, we've got a raft in 4 we know about. We've got the white sword and the ladder in 8. And then red ring on the coast, which is nice. The wand was in the northeast as the white sword item. So the seed's been pretty kind to them as far as combat and defense so far.
Absolutely. And according to one of the hints, we know that the sail not to save the princess. Or is it?
Well, it's deceptive, so it could be right. I mean, you're 50-50, but you pretty much, with that hint, you know just as much going out of it as you did going in.
Right. It's like, I've learned absolutely nothing from this.
Yeah, and chat's making a good point. When you stop by these places and you've got 239 rupees and you find yourself in a situation where you know the large is like 130, you want to be buying keys, you want to buy a big shield, you want to buy just different things. I don't care if it's a heart container for $5. You want to buy something to use the money, because otherwise you're going to find $130 when you're sitting at 230 and you're going to waste 100.
Right. No, absolutely. Oh, Jam doing the world wraparound finds the red ring too, so he's going to be getting that any moment now. There we go.
So this is a nice find for Fury. Fury's finding a level right here. The way he entered almost looks like First Quest 7, I want to say, just because of where he entered on the right side. We'll see in a second. But Fury now is in a new level.
Jam checking the raft spot, speaking of... He was right there. Oh, hey, it's our other Takeny cave.
That's perfect. So that's increasing his defense by 4 hearts every time he picks up one, because he's got that red.
Indeed. Both our runners sitting on 6 hearts now with the red ring. As you said, that's going to make them quite beefy.
So Fury's able to pick up the compass in this level, and I'm not exactly sure. I think we're in 7. I don't know yet. So we have to take a look as soon as he grabs his Triforce and checks his...
I don't know. Yeah, based, as you said before, based on where he entered from, I really feel like it is. Oh, here's a staircase. It's the recorder.
Jam is picking up the wand at the same time, but the recorder is a great find in the Mixed Quest overworld, because there's so many spots that you can check. And since he hasn't done anything with a lot of the overworld, I mean, there's all the northwest, some of the southwest he hasn't touched. Having a recorder in your back pocket as you're going through just makes that so much.
Absolutely. Oh, we found our arrow shop. It's 90 for arrows if we happen to need those.
Yeah, and once you start getting money, I mean, those are the things that you want to pick up. Arrows, those types of things. We know Pole's voice are in dungeons. I haven't seen him in the overworld yet, so having arrows, if you find that bow, makes those dungeon clears a whole lot easier as well.
Absolutely. So FurySK grabbing the Triforce of whatever dungeon he was in. He checks, and that's 4. Yeah, is that 4?
No. That was 4 that he was just in.
It was 4.
So that raft we picked up earlier, so that would be second quest 5 then. So, okay, because 1 and 2 are going to switch in second quest. Let me make sure I get this right. 4 and 5 are going to switch. 7 and 8 are going to switch in second quest. And then 1 and 2 are going to switch as well. Or 2 and 3.
Gotcha. So, Fury just picked up which Triforce?
Yeah, chat correct me, because I never have any idea what switches. I look at my Triforce, and even after I get the Triforce, I'm like, what do I even have right now? I have no idea.
So anyway, Jam finding himself a whole lot of rupees now suddenly. That bush does not burn. Here's the book! And Fury ignoring it.
The book on the ground right there tells me that he is in second quest 3. I would grab that, because even though you know the order it's going to be, you know, second quest 1 through 6 and first quest 7 through 9, as soon as you walk in a dungeon, having that map in front of you just makes the exploration so much easier.
Absolutely.
I would pick it up in a heartbeat. I think he's not doing it because he's got the wand and it gives you that fire, but I would still.
Well, he is in second quest 3, as you said. It's going down. Maybe he's going to grab it. No?
I don't think he is. I think he was just kind of dead set. You're always usually going to have that solid wall there in 3 that you can't bomb through. So he was key required. He's key blocked out of the rest of it. He can't get the Triforce. He can come back later, though. That's kind of a nice, easy-going dungeon. But because of where they started, he might have a bait block in there as well.
It's also true.
So you're going to see Fury make use of this recorder down here in the southwest. There's a few recorder spots that he's going to be able to use that Jam will not, because he did not get the recorder out of 5. So this can be nice for Fury down here, especially if he pops one dungeon like a level 9.
And Fury's going to go ahead and grab that. Again, he's got so much money, nothing to really spend it on, so might as well.
He's probably kicking himself because I think he came across a key shop earlier too that he could have bought a key or two and he could have finished that 3 the first time he was.
Yeah. So Jam unfortunately grabbing another very, very large secret when he already had a whole bunch of rupees. I believe we talked about this earlier.
Yeah, that's the danger. The only things you might need to buy now are the arrows, the meat, and some keys. That's pretty much it. Jam's really proficient at forcing bombs. We've seen that already. Fury gets his sword now finally over there on the east side, or on the right side of the screen. Jam is going to make a couple purchases here, but man, I'd be picking up keys like crazy if I was these guys.
Yeah, no one's bought one yet. Nope. Jam getting the unfortunate bounce back and decides to just up A. I mean, he's not that far away. It makes sense, but it's just kind of funny.
Yeah, so you see like that bush right there that didn't burn because they're in mixed quest. What that means is that the bushes and the rocks and stuff that changed between first and second quest, those are variable now, which means they could be on, they could be off. The ones that burn all the time in both quests, they're always going to still burn, but some of them are variable.
Absolutely. That makes it just way more interesting, quite frankly.
Oh, it's such a pain on your resources, though. You go around blowing holes and things and they don't go open.
Yeah, but we just found the magic sword.
Yeah, I don't know. Jam's got 7, Fury's got 6. Usually in these, you don't touch the magic sword unless you have a really trolley seed, but...
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. But you never know.
Wow, Jam took a direct route to this recorder, and we know the Triforce is like a room or two away right here, so this could be a very fast level 5.
Indeed it could. So we've confirmed that is level 5 then?
Yeah, the 4 Triforce lights up whenever you have the level 5, whenever you're done with level 5, just based on how it's coded, the game's coded. This is his Triforce room right here. This is going to be a super fast level 5.
Yeah. Absolutely is. Fury's in a room that, oh my gosh, why?
Yeah, these bubbles stink. I mean, luckily these guys both have the wand, so they can most likely navigate through the majority of these. Not these guys, though. He does not want to see Dodongos because he cannot now hit them with the sword and do the smoking out of the Dodongo. It's going to take all 6 bombs to get through that room, so Fury says, nope, I am taking this stairway.
Indeed. There's your pole voices.
Yeah, we knew they were under here somewhere.
And we've got the super ropes. Those are the flashing ropes that have a base of, I think it's 4 HP.
Fury is unsure about that one. He's going to go ahead and grab it. I do think he's in level 1 Wed Wizwobe. I think you're correct. It looks like the shape of the letter E. Just based on how that stairway looked, I think he's going to check this.
Yep,
he's in level 1.
I don't think we saw an item in here yet, so he's going to go ahead and back in and search for it. No reason not to. The bow and silver arrows are still completely at large. They could be in level 9.
Yeah, for everything we know right now, we don't know where those 2 pieces are.
Oddly enough, we still haven't actually found level 9 either. I feel like we've covered a whole decent part of the map. Jam grabbing the book.
Yeah, he wasted no time. The fire at the end of your wand is not as big of a detriment when you have the red ring, because every time you hit it, you're not taking that half-hearted damage. And some enemies, it actually tears a hole in quite quickly. The danger noodles that people call them and whatnot, that fire actually can do some damage to things. So Jam's will go and grab it, and that way he knows exactly where he's at all times in every single level.
Absolutely. Yeah, that is one of the changes we've had from the last round flag. The book actually being the Atlas. Jam finding out that there's not too much ways through this without using a key.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if we have the bait block in here. I want to see what part of this it's going to be. Now, this being a dark room on Jam's side, well, one, that square room right there, that rectangle that's you can't get in the middle of, that's not a drop room, so we knew to leave immediately. But secondly, because it was a dark room initially, even before you lit it up and saw that can't have the Triforce in it. It can have a compass for him, but it can't have...
Yep, absolutely. There's our meat block. There's the Triforce.
That's north.
What did Fury find anything in level 1?
Chat, help us out. I didn't see it as well. Oh, look, he found the bow.
He found the bow. Hey, the bow's in level 1.
So now we have to see if Jam's going to continue his play through the Southwest. You have to think he is now that he has the recorder. It's natural.
Level 9!
So he should find one quick.
It's level 9. Level 9 is open.
Yeah, so 9 was either 0, 1, or 2 Triforces. Fury has enough right now, does not have the silvers. Does he want to start digging through right now, or does he want to go buy something? He might fill up on potion and go back down here. We'll see what he's going to do. Yeah, he's got to touch a fairy because he needs his sword back to get through 9.
Yeah.
But he's going to dig right now. All he needs are the silvers. Jam has to catch up a little bit because he needs the bow out of...
Yes, he does. But one is just in the corner over here, and that's the area he's going towards.
Yeah, this is super interesting. So this will probably take Jam 2 or 3 minutes to get through one. Oh, no, he got caught.
Oh, he hit the flute windmill.
Oh, no, and this is the worst because he's going to check all these spots now. When we know he needs to get to 1, but unfortunately that whirlwind took him away. The tornado took him away. Man, this is going to take him a while to get back to the Southwest.
So can I point out that we have like 2 of the old man rooms in level 9 directly next to him?
Very nice. He needs bombs now too, so is Fury going to go out and buy some bombs as well, or farm some bombs?
He's got to at this point.
Come on, global. Hit right now. Oh my god, he's 1 off the global for it.
Jam buying arrows. Don't blame him. He's got so much stuff. Money, I mean.
All right, Fury's global's at 2 right now. Oh my god, he found a bomb shop.
Nice. Unreal. What a find. What an absolute find. And Jam is checking the forgotten spot.
I don't blame him. This is natural routing based on where that tornado took him. The flute took him. You're going to check all these spots. Like, this makes sense for Jam to make these plays. Unfortunately,
absolutely.
Goes in the Southwest.
Indeed. We still don't know where silvers are, so it's entirely possible Fury's going to run through this whole area, check everywhere, and not find anything.
Yeah, the one saving grace for Jam right now will be, let's say he finds a level that has the silvers up here, like a level 3. No, we found level 3. I hate to say it, but first quest 7 or something, and then the silvers are there. That's going to help Jam, kind of catch back up here a little bit.
Gosh, first quest 7. Don't even joke about something like that. Another thing that may...
Well, we found her.
Yeah, we did. We did find Zelda already. But one... Oh, hey, there's a map. Not that we need it. But one thing that may slow Fury down that we haven't really mentioned, he has 1 key.
Yeah, he's in a lot of key pressure right here. He needs to hope that he can bomb in several. This looks like a choke point to him, though. I think he's going to spend his key right here and hope it opens up. First Quest 9 has a lot of staircases. There's 6. So the staircases usually take you throughout the level pretty good. Fury's got to really hope that plays true right now, and he's trying to dodge these red bubbles, which he's not going to be able to.
Jam grabbing the red potion out of the last hit he came for himself, which makes a lot of sense. They don't have the letter yet, and that potion can get you your sword back.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's advantages on both sides of the screen right now. I mean, Jam's got some resource advantages that Fury does not, as far as the potion, like you're saying, white sword, those types of things. But Fury's got that bow, and he's in 9. That is a huge...
Yeah, it will be a very big deal if he finds the silvers in here. He is finding keys, though. Level 9, being a little generous here.
Man, there's red bubbles everywhere here, though.
Well, they're making you pay for those keys, I guess.
Yeah, luckily what Fury's been able to do over here in this level 9 is he's able to string a couple of these staircases together now, so he's got some routing options. This is going to open up a little bit for him, which is very nice on 2.
I thought I heard... Yeah, I hear it. That's a roar. Get it. There he is!
Fury needs to bomb left and right out of this room to see if he can proceed without just obeying. Okay.
Nope.
He set them on fire, though.
Nicely done, Fury. I like it. So we found Ganon, we found the girl. All we gotta do is find those silver arrows.
And Jam is back in the Southwest, so Fury's window here in level 9, this lead in level 9 is slowly starting to decrease a little bit. Fury's got to make some hay right.
Absolutely. Now, we don't know how many Triforces were required, but Fury only had two. So once Jam finds level 9, he will be able to go into it. It's just a matter of how quickly he finds the bow inside here, and then find level 9.
Yeah, the only thing that could take Jam a little bit of time right now is just he might pick up that Triforce just like Fury did. If he skips it, that's going to be good because I believe the bow is at the bottom.
So Fury avoiding Ganon for now into a room that has no exits.
Yeah, this is so tough. You're sitting there with 2 keys, and you don't want to spend one, even though you might have some natural routing that you would take. If you had the any key right now, a lot of this routing would be really easy, but he's got tough choices to make every single time. Hopefully this is going to be something for him. Silvers or just another way to open up 9, because you're sitting on 1 key now. You're starting to sweat.
It's a transport staircase, unfortunately. I mean, then again, it does get him to another part of the level, so...
Both players taking staircases. Jam's on his way to the bow. Doesn't know it quite yet. Hopefully he doesn't grab this Triforce and has to go all the way back through this. But Fury's got pretty good coverage of this 9 right now. He's done a pretty good job in here, traversing it on the resources that he has.
Indeed. And Jam is going to go ahead and walk right past the Triforce. He doesn't need it right this moment.
Yeah, it's a heads-up play. I mean, he knows right now he's got 3. He doesn't know how many he needs, but he doesn't want to have to go all the way back through this. 1 is very linear, so if you get a Triforce in the middle, you might as well check the bottom and then come back through. It just makes sense, because if the item is 1 room south of that, it's a whole lot quicker to do it that way than grab the Triforce and go back through 8 rooms.
Oh.
We're striking out a little bit right now in 9.
Fury goes ahead and grabs it.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I like having a boomerang. Usually this late in the seed, you don't see people pick it up, but I mean, it stuns enemies, doesn't stun Bubbles, and doesn't stun the Pole's voice, but it's going to stun some enemies, help them get through. This is a pretty friendly enemy set in here anyway. Fury, man, he's just praying that these silvers are right here. He doesn't want to have to read.
Indeed. So Jam has found himself the bow, and he's going to go grab the Triforce to get out of here. The next question is... Oh my gosh!
Oh, man!
Boomerang City! We've got 2 bananas in 9!
Here's the good thing for Fury. He has everything about 9 done, right? As soon as he finds these silvers, he's done with 9.
Yep, exactly.
He knows where she is. He knows where he is. He just has to find these silvers. The silvers can be the second item in 4, in level 2, or 6 and 7 right now. There's only 4 spots.
Indeed. What was the first item in 4?
That was the raft.
That's right. The Dongo dwells with the silver arrows. Oh,
that
boy.
could be true. That's a heck of a hint right there.
Yeah, that at least gives you something to go for as Jam finds himself into level 9.
Yeah, that's a great point, Saber. He skipped out on the book, so when he enters a new dungeon, he's not going to know initially if it's 2 or not, whereas Jam might if he gets that hint. That's the book. A lot of people, you know, okay, I know 1 through 6 is this and 7, 8, 9 are this. I don't need it. I don't care. Get the book anyway. It's going to help you right when you step into a dungeon.
Yeah, you get immediate understanding of where you're at, and that especially in a race like this, that is huge.
Yeah, that's a fantastic hint for Fury. He won't be able to take full advantage of it right away when he walks in dungeons, but man, that just puts him 1 more step closer to finishing this.
Absolutely. Can I point out the fact that both our runners entered level 9 with 1 key, and like at least so far, Fury was able to get every single thing he needed out of here?
Yeah, and I think the good thing about this for Jam is that it's going to kind of force him, because of the key doors and stuff, the same direction. So I don't think he's going to be spending any more time than Fury spent in 9 to find those 2 boomers.
Indeed. So Fury is in... Do we know what dungeon this is?
I don't. Entering from the top and going kind of linear like this, though, it kind of reeks of 2-ish.
Yeah, it could be 2. So Jam has found himself the pit without silver arrows. And well, this is 2. That is not an item.
Yeah, there's a staircase in 2, though, also.
Yeah, there is.
This is definitely 2. He's in the right dungeon right here, if that hint was correct.
That's right. It's 50-50.
And if I'm Fury, I'm not like batting an eye right now about using a bomb down here. Okay, the keys don't matter to him right now. They shouldn't matter. Like they kind of do, but not really, because he doesn't need any more keys in 9. He knows every aspect of 9. He doesn't need to. He can end up with 0 keys out of here as long as he gets them.
Yep. Although he needs some bombs for this room potentially.
This can't be 2. This is 4 wide. 2 only goes 3 wide.
Yeah, you're right. So then, where are we? Is it 6? Is it 6?
6 can't go 4 wide anywhere except for the bottom on the left,
right,
so that's
bottom,
not 6.
yeah.
That could be 4. Maybe we got the raft out of a different one.
Yeah, maybe. This is so hard, without knowing these dungeons.
Yeah, unfortunately for us and for them both, unless they're checking Triforces for us, after they get them, because they're not in these levels long. I mean, they've been pretty efficient in these levels. It's kind of tough to see where they.
Absolutely.
That and we're juggling 2 screens at once, which makes it even harder. It's tough enough when you're just playing one side of the screen.
You're not kidding.
I'll say this, it was enough for Fury to say, this is not where I want to be. He's now digging through Death Mountain, so there's a bomb. I don't know if he's going to keep forcing, if he's going to go back to that level. Looks like he's going to keep...
Jam is still making his way through level 9. I don't recall seeing Fury do this, so...
Yeah, he clipped right to down in this room. Like, he went around to the right side and clipped that room. So he did this, and he bombed left.
Okay, he did. Gotcha.
I think he bombed left. So we do see arrows on Jam's side, and you can see the difference there. He's able to clear out those Pole's Voice, get some more resources, that type of thing. This might take him away from the items, though, because I think both items were in the bottom left, if I recall.
They seem pretty close together. As Fury decides not to play the money-making game.
Yeah, Triforce-wise, I'm not sure what they got, Saber. I'd have to look at theirs again. I know both of them have enough to get into 9, and really, that's all I care about right now.
Right. I mean, yeah.
I'm not really sure exactly which ones they got. That they have enough, I can assure you, they both can live in 9 if they want to.
Exactly.
Deal. I could do that.
Fury
is making the arrow purchase now. I like it.
Absolutely. I mean, you've got the money. You're not going to really spend it on much else. You might as well.
So I'm really curious on Fury's side why he left that dungeon. If he didn't identify that as 4 and he doesn't have the items out of it, or if he's dead set on looking for 2 and said, okay, that's not 2. I'm looking.
That must be what he's doing. Jam, on the other hand, is going to go ahead and take this transport staircase. Again, not sure if we saw this or not.
I think he took a different turn than we saw Fury take, because in that bunny room, he went south, and I think Fury went left, and that was the difference there.
Well, there's a compass that I don't think Jam needs, because I'm pretty sure he saw where Zelda was being held.
Man, this is so tough for Jam. I think because he had one more key and he took one different turn. Like, in between on his map there, those 2 solid vertical columns, there's like 4 or 5 rooms that he hasn't checked, and those 2 of those rooms have the...
Yeah. And unfortunately for him, we already know that those items are pretty not worth. But he doesn't know that.
Yeah, this is where you can see like one wrong turn in a level 9 can just take 2 or 3 minutes and sap it from your time.
Or heck, even more than that. Fury
Yeah,
finding
absolutely.
himself a potion.
Yeah, the worst is when you get deep into level 9 and you die and you're like, okay, do I go back that way because I know the route, or do I try a different...
Or do you just start deviating? Yeah, absolutely. Don't think Jam's going to use his key here, but yeah, at least I don't think he is.
Yeah, so the curious thing right now is we could be in a situation, and chat was saying it as well, where we are power bracelet blocked, which means we have to pull the power bracelet out of second 1 and 4 or something like that. So it could be a nightmare situation where we're trying to find his bow just real deep into the seed.
Oh, that would be terrible. Yeah, that's very true. That power bracelet could be in vanilla, or I'm sorry, First Quest 7 for all.
And you got to find it and locate it. And if we had to put kind of a storyline on Fury Seed right now, it'd be bombs. Like, he's always been in bomb pressure this entire seed. It's been crazy.
That is actually pretty amazing, and that was a very nice, timely world wrap, or not, or screen clip there. With
Yeah,
that,
I would have been scared. I would have transitioned that screen and come back and tried it. I could not have done that.
Hashtag no fear, apparently.
Yeah, very impressive on it.
Sadly, just led him to a potion shop he can't even use, so.
Right. I'll tell you this, if silvers are in 7, you gotta carry the rest of this yourself, dude.
No problem. Well, I don't think we've seen what this is here, so... Never mind.
Man, I feel so bad for Jam because he has that one strip left in the bottom there. He's getting ready to go down the column that he needs to go down here soon. But God, he's checking every piece of this 9. He's gonna full clear this.
Yeah. Find the 2 boomerangs. Whereas Fury is actually getting an advantage by being able to explore as much as he is, but I feel like he's exploring places we've already seen.
I think this... No, this isn't one, I don't think. Okay, here's one. This is good.
Jam is gonna grab the wooden boomerang. The banana, as other people call it.
Yeah, so Fury right now is kind of pulling his hair out. He's sitting there thinking, well, how can I progress in this seed? Like, no matter what you're doing, you always want to make progression. You want to have progression. Right now, Fury, for the past 5 minutes, hasn't had any. So it's very frustrating as a runner when you know you're this close to not have any progression. You're sitting here going, what is the next step I need to take? And unfortunately, right now, you just can't find it. So he is furiously looking for this right now.
I like that. I saw what you did there, sir.
I'd try. Don't make me pull out the dad jokes.
So I think this is where the magic boomerang is, and yep. And Jam's gonna immediately up A. He's out of here. He's got all the information of level 9 as well.
Yeah, so, that's a pretty frustrating find for Jam there too, with how much time he just spent in.
Absolutely. Now, Fury going into oh, this is a dungeon.
Oh baby, this is new, and that's an entry point of a 2. Never mind, it is not, because it does not go back on itself like that.
That's got to be 6 then, right?
Yeah, that could be the top of 6 coming back around, and he knows it. He knows that's either 6 or First Quest 7, which means.
Which means the other one wasn't First Quest 7. Fury, pick up the book next time!
We have all the dungeons, right? Like, we should have every single dungeon, right?
I think so. Do we?
Maybe we're only missing Second Quest 2. Maybe that's the only one we're missing right now, which is crazy.
Right? Man, that hint may have been correct about the silver arrows being in there. We may not have any access to level 2 yet.
Yeah, Zarnex, that felt like 6 to me, too. So these guys, what they're doing right now is they're both kind of... It's weird, right? You're at the cusp of a seed. You know every piece except for the silvers. You've dug 9. You know where he is, where she is, all of that. Like, you're looking over at IRC and you're going, when's that guy going to dot done? When's the other person going to dot done? Because you know how close you are. So it's very nerve-wracking at this point. If they weren't feeling it before, they're feeling it right now.
Absolutely. No, the pressure's really on for both of them. And I'm assuming Jam is feeling it really hard right now, because you said, considering how much time he just spent in level 9, and he buys a key. That's our first key purchase of the day.
Yeah, he knows he has a couple linear levels to go through still. I mean, 6, you have that hook at the top, that handle of 6 that's very linear. You've got level 7, which opens up a little bit, but sometimes it can be a little tough. And then you have 2, where you have the 2 legs of 2, where you could have key blocks there as well. So I like the key purchase even this late.
Agreed.
Yeah, if either one of these guys have identified 4, that's my first place I would go back to, because you know you've got an item there and it's a known location. Like, I would be looking for 4 hardcore, going back to 4 right.
I am surprised that we've been focusing a lot on finding dungeons and very, very little on actually exploring them at this point.
Yeah, and Chad brings up a good point, too. Fury never finished the second item in 8 either. I think he's just dead set on finding level 2, and he's like, you know, unless the game tells me I'm not going to find 2 at all, that's where I'm going. I'm putting all my chips on the table on red right now, and that this is it.
That's very true. But, you know, at this point, I gotta think level 2 is blocked behind the power bracelet. I feel like we've seen, like, every other spot in the overworld.
Yeah, and if Fury's looking at his tracker and he's seeing that too, then he has got to go back to a known level right now. He's got to go back to 8, where he did a lot of coverage in there. He knows it's Wiz Robes, but you got the red ring now. You can get through that. He's got to go back to 4, where he knew that was. He got the raft out of 4, so we know he's got that. So, I mean, that's just... He's got to go back somewhere where he's been and make some progress right now, because there's no progress on his side of the screen.
Right.
Oh, Jam got the raft. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so he needs both items out of 4. So I think 4 has got to be even stronger of a play. 8 because 8's pretty small. The actual number of rooms in 8 is very small, but man, there's 2 items in 4 that he's just sitting there waiting on.
And I want to give a quick shout out to our tracker, Jacqueline Fox, trying to hang in there and help us out with figuring out where everything's at. And we found a level. Is this can't be 2, right? Or is it?
It could be. I mean, so far it's been vertical on the left side, and you've got the middle of the A right there. 2 is the A in the Zelda. Right. So this right here could be an item room. This is the first time we've seen it, and Jam is there too. Holy crap. It is
2! Oh my, okay, so we do know where all the dungeons are.
Yeah, they're both in what we got a clue for. Could be the Silver Arrow dungeon right here at the exact same time. This is insane. Right?
This is crazy. Are you kidding me? Oh, it's going to be so heartbreaking if it's not here.
Oh, it's got to be here. I feel it. It's here.
And it is an underground item, correct?
Yeah, 2's item is going to be underground. There's also a transport staircase in 2. So there's going to be 3 stairs. 2 of them they don't want. One of them...
Right. And I also happen to see a Triforce in a Triforce. Jam making very quick work at the 2-headed Gleeok.
Jam with the wand and white sword combo has magical sword damage. He's got 4 points damage. Here is one spot right...
It's the item. Boom. It's the arrows! Silver arrows were in fact in 2.
So Fury made the correct play, but Jam sniffed it out.
Oh my god. What a snipe.
unbelievable right now.
No, it's going back in. Okay.
Yeah, he wanted to see if he could go right here, and he can. There's a bomb hole there. So the middle of 2 is open. A lot of times you'll find a vertical shoot here somewhere, but Jam sniffed this out quicker than Fury. Now it's going to be who has a cleaner Ganon, who knows the path. I don't know if Jam knows the exact path to Ganon. I know he knows where she is because he's got the compass, but holy cow, what a comeback by Jam with how much time he spent.
Absolutely. And not for nothing, but Jam's got the white sword over Fury's wooden sword.
Exactly. So just the combat's going to be much easier. Is he going to go refill? Nope. He's going straight there. I think he does have a potion, right?
He has a red potion. Absolutely, he does. My guess is that he is, I don't want to use the word panicking, but he's got to think he's like right behind.
Yeah, they're both looking at IRC right now going, oh my God. Fury's in the room right now too. So, I mean, he's going to be following him in within 45 seconds. Oh no, this was not it. It's going to be a little further south. Oh my God, this is insane.
Oh, that was the transport, and he took it.
Yeah, Fury is getting stuck in the northern part of 2 right now, where Jam was kind of over in the right leg of 2, I believe, and just he sniffed it out. And Jam does that. Jam just, his instincts are unreal in this.
Yeah, that was absolutely crazy. And he does know exactly where Ganon is and how to get there.
Yeah, so this is going to be pretty anticlimactic because he's got a red potion, he's got silver arrows, he's got a white sword. Jam has no problem with Ganon anyway, but man, this is what an unreal race.
I know, this has been crazy. Jam finding his way to Ganon.
So he doesn't need the potion for the health, but he's got to get his sword back, so that's why you saw him just potion right there. Fury is getting his silvers right as Jam is taking care of Ganon. My God, OBT, what a...
This has just been crazy. Oh my goodness. And Jam's got the stun lock. Nicely done. Oh my goodness. Perfect Ganon fight.
Yeah, Jam's one of the best in the business at Ganons. He usually never butchers them. He's a fantastic Ganon fighter. If you want to watch how to do it.
Absolutely. Unfortunately for Fury, it was just one wrong turn in level 2. This all came down to that.
Yeah, Jam went east and south, and Fury went north. That was the difference right there, because they found level 2 at almost the exact same time.
And there's the princess. And ladies and gentlemen, finishing in first place with an official SRL time of 52 minutes and 1 JamEviler.
Yeah, get your GGs out in chat. That was a great race run by JamEviler. You know now what makes him so good in Rando, that even when he makes a play, bad turn in 9, he can still make something out of it. Sniffs out the silvers in 2, didn't go anywhere else. I mean, it was just a good closing last third of the race for Jam. And God, he's tough to beat because of this. Like, even when you think you got him, he finds a way. Jam finds a way.
Yeah. No, that was very well done. As I said, it came down to one thing. And it's not even a wrong turn by Fury. It's just just not the right way to go. But when you're looking through a dungeon, you know, you're gonna go whichever way you kind of feel like going.
Yeah, it's wrong because of hindsight being 2020, right? And he went in the direction of how you would naturally explore level 2 for him. Like, that's just how he explores it every time. And if it's the other way, it's the right call. So there's, like you said, there's no wrong call there. It's just, it was a different one. And unfortunately, this time that different one resulted in Jam finding it.
Absolutely. As Fury is in his Ganon fight, does have the wooden sword. Is going to take him a bit longer, but red ring, and I think he's got a red potion himself. So there we go.
Yeah, Fury is an excellent Ganon fighter as well. He almost had that full stun lock, and because he had the wood sword, he had to get a couple more hits at the end there, and does take care of Ganon, dispatches him, and is going to go find the princess and finish up both sub-hour seeds, guys. These guys were flying.
And we are joined by Mr. JamEviler in the commentary booth here. Jam, congratulations on your victory. Well done. And oh my gosh, you have no idea how close that was.
That was very close. I found excuse me, I just joked when I tried to say it, but I found both bananas.
Yeah, well, yeah. Now, so did Fury. No, you both entered level 2 at almost the same time. He entered level 2 first. You found the silver arrows first.
Whew, that's crazy. It was so close. It had to have been. It was only 2 minutes apart. Finish times, yeah. Like, I don't even know what to say about that scene. It was pretty straightforward. I didn't know what the level was east of start. I'm assuming it was 4. I was thinking about digging that again. I never found 5, 6, or 7, and yeah, I was very happy to have found 2, and it just played out well for me. I'm happy that worked out.
Want to give a quick info here. Fury finishing in second place with the official SRL time, 54 minutes, 13 seconds. Yeah, 2 minutes. What a race. Goodness. So Fury had a hint that said the silver arrows were in 2. Now, obviously, we didn't know if that was true or not, but he was beelining for level 2, searching everywhere for it. He finds it, and then you find it like 30 seconds later.
I mean, I just tried to stay away from key doors, and that happened to be the path that it took me to.
Fury, welcome to the booth, man. GG. This was an exciting and close race.
Yep.
So, as we were just telling Jam, you both entered level 2 at pretty much the exact same time.
Yeah, it feels kind of bad. I figured that hint had probably, at that point, based on my item knowledge of both items in 9, part of 8, part of 5, part of 3, all and 1, it was probably true. Just couldn't.
Yeah, your instincts definitely took over there, Fury, and it was the correct call. There was a lot of people in chat who were like, man, I don't know if I wouldn't go back to 8 for the second item or whatnot, but you making a play on 2 was the absolute correct call. And we know even with deceptive hints, there's some truth in them in the end game, and it played out that way. So it was very heads up. It's unfortunate that you took the loss on something that was the correct decision.
Yeah.
Yep. It was a 1 in 5 shot at that point, plus the knowledge of that hint. So once you get down to that odds already without the hint, with the hint, you basically can meta and make that call and be safe a lot of the time. So that's what I figured.
Yeah, great game, Fury. Like, I was thinking about it. I'm like, can we call these type of seeds Mr. Tallyman seeds? Because you got both bananas in level 9. Like, that's a rare occasion. Like, what are the chances with both bananas in?
Well, I've seen somebody play a lot of seeds lately, and when he rolls pretty trolley seeds. So not surprising to see 2.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's gonna be my first question. Is and Jamie can answer first if you want. You dug more of 9 than Fury did. Fury actually had a pretty efficient 9 as far as finding the 2 items, but when you found that second boomerang, what was going through?
No, that's exactly what was going through my head. I was just like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. Like, I have to be so far behind now. I'm like, I'm thinking about the meta. I'm like, if Fury is digging overworld dungeons, he's gonna have this on lock. But I don't know how many Triforces it was to get into 9, but it was certainly less than 5.
It was 2 or less.
2 or less. Wow. So if he would have had that information early and dug it earlier, that would have also gave me like a super disadvantage. So I just felt really behind at that point.
Yeah, I think I dug level 9 at 29 minutes, and I think it was 25 rooms I looked into before I had all.
Wow. Yeah, that's amazing.
Unfortunately, it was both bananas, because had it not been, I knew where blue bubbles were, and if silvers are in there, it's probably 34, 35.
Yeah.
So Fury, you are unfortunately it stings right now. I mean, you're falling in this one, but finishing 5th overall in the tournament. Thoughts on that? I mean, going into the tournament, if you had to put a number on it, if I told you at the beginning you're going to finish 5th, what were you thinking?
I mean, the pros of finishing 5th it was probably a little bit higher than most people felt, and it's certainly less than was required to face Saver in the best of 5. So I'm happy not to.
The bright side, right? Yeah. Oh, jeez. I got Antlers next. That's going to be a heck of a match. Antlers is so good at this. It's scary. Fury too, man. Like, I was really scared going into this match. There's no room for error anymore. This is where one small mistake. This is the part of the tournament where one small mistake can cost you the entire match. And I always look back on my previous matches and say, you know, if I would have just done this or would have made a left turn here, I would have lost that match. And it's crazy how many variables there are.
Yeah, I'd say me and Antlers have raced 40 or 50 times, and we're usually within a minute of each other. So he's always a competitive race, unless the Silvers are on the coast, and then it's a little bit different.
Dang, shots fired.
I don't know what it means, but I'm sure that one burns.
He forgot the Silvers on the coast in one seat and had fun.
Yeah, so Jam, you're top 4 here. You're moving on to face Antlers. He's in chat right now. Any words for Mr. Antlers right here put you on the spot?
Nah, man, I'm looking forward to playing you. Take it easy on me, please.
And then, of course, the winner of that match goes on to face my co-commentator Redbird here.
That's why I'm here scouting. I mean, that's
Right.
the only reason I took the job.
Yeah, no doubt. Like, every time I'm streaming, which is not often, but every time I'm streaming Zelda Rando, I know Redbird's there watching. He's like totally intent, and I'm sure he's in a lot of people's channels and stuff. You know, learning everyone's play styles, and that's a really big advantage in the tournament setting, in a race setting, is just knowing how other people play and being able to counter that play style, knowing the deep meta of Zelda Randomizer, and I think that has some serious play in the later stages of the tournament.
Indeed. And keep in
What are we
mind,
talking about?
keep in mind the one person waiting at the top of the mountain for the losers bracket to finish out, Crystal Saver.
Yeah, I don't want to go there right now. Still too soon. Still too soon.
Sorry. But
No, but GG's for real, Fury and
indeed.
Jam. I mean, it was a heck of a match. I mean, this was it wasn't even back and forth. You guys were just close. Like, it wasn't like wild swings. It was, you guys were there the whole time. I mean, Fury got the lead into 9. Jam had the sword and offense first because of the dig through 8. You got the ladder and the white sword out of there, where we didn't see the white sword on Fury's side, so we're kind of worried about that. That tornado that took you away from the southwest in the bow that you got caught up in, Jam. Like, the whole seat, it was just like, oh my god, what's going to happen? You had everybody on the edge of their seats, guys. And it was really cool to watch.
I panicked at vanilla level 9 or going across there where that flute spot was when I had to quickly screen wrap before the tornado got.
Yeah,
that was epic. Someone clipped that, I'm sure, because that was fantastic, Fury.
mixed overworld's scary because you're not sure. Like, if you're not paying attention, that world want to get you, as you saw it with me. And yeah, my overworld routing, it was lacking. It was definitely some room for improvement, but overall, I think we're all right. I think we can overlook the whistle thing.
No, but check this out. That was not even the best whistle of the entire match. Jam, Fury blows the whistle up on East Death Mountain, and then the tornado starts coming, and he completes a screen scroll around the tornado, wraps through to get to the left side of the screen to dodge the tornado to get to the next screen. It was beautiful. It was amazing.
It was.
Nice. Yeah. Well, you're showing some awesome skill. I look forward to you in the next tournament. Hopefully, you'll have some time for that one as well.
Yep, hopefully.
Any last words, guys? We're going to get on out of here, but we'll give you the floor.
I got plenty of words, but none I want to share on stream. Thank you so much for the commentary, and thank you so much for the restream, picking it up at short notice. We were both on some pretty wacky schedules this week, so thank you for working with us. Yeah, thanks for watching.
Yep, I echo those sentiments.
Absolutely. All right, well, Redbird, any last words before we sign off?
No, man, I'm pretty spent. This was exactly what we thought it was going to be at the very beginning, and these guys gave us a heck of a matchup. I'll watch it back again. It was very good. to just see the skill that was on display all the way through. We knew it was going to be close at the end, 2 minutes close. I wasn't banking on that, but that was insane. Thanks to Randomania, like they said, for picking this up so quick on short notice. Thanks to the entire staff, the team, the tracker that came on last minute, and Nora and Captain Green, who's doing the restream for it. So, and OPT yourself, take us on out of here, man.
Awesome. Yes, absolutely. And for everybody here at the Randomania Networks, have a good night, everybody. We'll see you next time. Good night.